Hey, what up, though? What up, though? What up,
Yo,
though?
What up,
yo,
though?
yo. Hey, I ain't seen y'all in a minute, man. What up?
Yeah, man, we are here. We are here.
Yeah,
We all are in full effect, man.
We've
It's
been
been a
holding the
minute.
D down while you've been traveling the world.
you feel me? Holding it down. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. Big salute to the Mask Off Squad in the building. We out.
Hey,
Salute with both hands on Mac.
good to have you back.
Oh yeah, good to be back. You feel me?
I'm
Travel
starting
was
to think.
amazing.
I'm starting to think when people say you feel me, they got it from somewhere. Like I was like, and I was listening to Tupac real heavy, and I was like, he kept saying it. Wolf twerk from a picture. You feel me? I was like, that's where they got it from. You feel me?
You feel me?
Well, they just asking, do you feel
You
Yep.
feel me?
Yeah.
them?
You feel me?
Well,
You
do you?
feel you feel me derives from the phrase, "Do you touch and agree with me?" Because if you
Oh,
we shake hands, boom, we locked in. Do you feel me?
I thought it was on a deeper construct. Like, do you feel my inner essence flowing through not
Mm,
only the magnetism of my spiritual being,
mm,
but
oh,
through my contact as well, my brother? Do you
oh,
feel me? What I'm trying to translate,
mm,
migrate, and
dang.
communicate to
And
you
don't
spiritually.
assimilate,
Oh,
mm,
assimilate. Yes, yes, yes.
but
Never
demonstrate.
assimilate,
mm.
but demonstrate.
See them
Ooh,
words
and
mean
it's
them.
not too late
Mm,
Don't contemplate.
mm, but
and act like
constant.
Watergate.
Mm,
Hey,
I gotta concentrate.
that sister took me back there. Woo! You took me back there.
I'm trying
Water
to
again.
concentrate.
Don't want to
Yeah, I
mess with
want,
somebody that's contemplate.
Mm.
but I want to hear about that Jamaican trip, man.
Yeah,
How
Oh,
was
man.
your
let's get into that.
excursions?
Oh man, best trip I had of my life, man. Best vacation ever. First time out the country. Well, I went
Hey,
to the Bahamas as a child, as a baby actually. My parents took me.
okay.
So I have no recollection of that at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, somewhere in my soul it's in there, but nah.
It was
First
all
time,
inclusive too, wasn't it?
yeah, all inclusive resort in Montego Bay, Jamaica. We
Hey.
stayed at the Ryu Reggae, and it was incredible, man. Food was incredible.
Yeah,
Drinks,
man.
drinks, food is drinks in the room, man. It's just like the beach is there. It's right off the resort. Food, as long as you hitting them times, you can get as much food as you want to. Food is delicious, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
The drinks at the little bar and stuff, you get the pina colada, like any tropical drink, fruity drink, whatever you want, man. Them boys hitting. The excursions we went to zip lining and ATVs.
Oh
That
yeah, that's
was
live.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. My first time doing both of those, and I like heights and I like thrills, so that zip lining was amazing. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Them
And
ATVs are dangerous though, so I'm glad you were good.
yeah, they it's like a guided trail you on, and everybody's standing in line, so you can't go too fast. So
Okay,
it's
okay.
not that hard. Yeah, yeah, it's like yeah, it's dope though. Like the trail got the divots and stuff, and they make sure that you don't go too far. I actually wanted to go faster myself
Right,
personally.
right, right, right.
You
You
was
know,
you was one of them like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
and
yeah,
probably
then
good that you didn't.
you
yeah.
know how
I
you
would,
get on somebody bumper and you be like,
yeah,
Like, get off
exactly.
my back.
Yeah, I would trail back just a little bit just so I could speed up.
Yeah, right, 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 right. Exactly.
me,
Yeah,
oh my, oh wow.
exactly, exactly. And then I don't know if y'all have heard about these like over the country, overseas KFCs and like,
Oh yeah.
oh my goodness, oh
Listen,
man, they said,
KFC in Colombia bang too. I ain't gonna
oh
lie.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, the KFC in Jamaica was great, man.
Yeah.
Everything
I
was
be hearing that
fresh.
all the time. Like that's the place to visit any country you go to. Like KFC is it's not like what you would think. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? Like here in the US. And it
nah.
ain't all
What's the
pumped with steroids and all
Yeah, I could tell.
fatty
what's the
and
difference? What's the difference?
It
oh
was
man,
definitely
first the quality.
the
Yeah.
quality of chicken. The quality of chicken was the first thing that stood out to me. The
Yeah.
taste and the quality. Because like Well, KFC, man. Honestly, the reason I don't really like KFC is you could tell, you could feel it's fake. You could feel, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, man, there's something wrong with this. Like,
But then take it a step further, they have influence from the countries that they're in. So, if it's in India, it might be some certain spices or some sauces that, might not have here. You know what I'm saying? It's just, they try to,
make it, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Got that curry goat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be a curry wrap or something. You know what I'm saying? They might offer something that is from that signature of that culture that
Yeah.
that KFC is in. So that's the dope part.
Yeah, it was great, and we had a ball there, and just overall being able to get away, live freely, eat when you wanted to, go to these excursions, and of course I went with Danny, so we had a great
Yeah.
time. We got closer as a couple too. We had fun, like being around each other. Usually on trips, and like when you spend that much time with somebody, you get tired of them. But we didn't get tired of each other. We were joking the whole time, laughing the whole time, and getting the accent and stuff. Man, I had an amazing time.
That
Great
is
way to bring in my
so
birthday.
dope.
Oh, go ahead, OG.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
Um, that's the trip. I want to move on from the trip. It's my birthday, but you about to say something.
Yeah.
So, um, I get a text from Antoine saying that he's gonna take me to brunch the next day for my birthday, because that was
Uh-huh.
the day I landed. The next day was my birthday. Like I literally landed at midnight on my birthday in Detroit. So I went to brunch, and then he's like, I gotta go pick up a friend of ours and take her to work. You got time to roll with me? I'm like, cause he picked me up. So I'm like, yeah. So then I'm like, why are we going 30 minutes away to take her to work? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't thinking nothing of it.
You like, fuck it. I'm along for the ride at this point.
I'm along for the ride. We pull up to a skating rink, and she like, yeah, this is my job. I'm like, you work at a skating rink that's 30 minutes from your house, and you got somebody else taking you? Like, you feel me? I'm just off logistics alone. I'm like, this ain't making sense. Like, so, but I'm not thinking of it. I don't judge nobody hustle. You feel me? This my home girl. So, if I gotta talk to her later, we gonna see. But we go in there, Antoine Park. I'm like, all right, while we parking, he like, well, I'm just gonna go in for a second. I gotta use the bathroom. In my head, I'm like, yeah, I gotta use the bathroom too. We get to the front, the guy like, y'all here for the party? I'm not thinking nothing of it. And Antoine like, no, we here to use the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. I come back out. My friend Alexis, she's like, hey, it's somebody I want y'all to meet. You know what I'm saying? This guy's hilarious. I'm like, he went to Bradford. And she like, something like that. And then she like, hey, look over here. You see how they redid the floor? And then I'm like, oh wow. And then I look back, and all my friends and family right here in my face, man.
Yeah, that's so
Surprise me.
dope.
Bro,
That's super
surprise.
dope.
Man,
Aw.
I had no idea at
That's
all.
so crazy they didn't call us.
I'm
Bro.
so sad I couldn't make it. My
That's so
event was the
crazy.
same day. Listen, when I tell y'all I was scrambling trying
Yeah.
to make it at least for an hour. If I would have been able to just make it for an hour, I would have been. But I was swamped. I had so much stuff to do to get ready, but I know it was amazing.
It was. It was. Shout out to Danny. She put all that together. I had no idea.
And it was like,
dope.
when I tell you, she reached out to me like weeks before. Like, it was well planned out. So that's beautiful that it came together like that, and you had an amazing time.
No clue at all. So surprised. Definitely an amazing time, and best birthday ever.
Oh, good. That's so good.
Yeah. So right. That's the same thing, OG. That's how I feel, man.
No, for real. That's so beautiful.
That's what's up.
Yeah, everybody
blessed,
deserves
man.
to be celebrated like that. Shout out to Danny, okay?
Yeah, big
That's
shout
what's
out to
up.
Danny Love, man.
She an MVP, okay?
She really is, man. If I ain't know, I knew. But I already knew. But now I really knew. You feel me?
But now if you didn't know, now you know. Please.
No, man. Yeah. I love surprises, and for me to be so oblivious to it, and to have my friends there, my family there,
Yeah.
It was overwhelming. It really was overwhelming. Like I was in shock for a good like 2 minutes just standing there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
they starting to like, she showed me the video, and I was like, wow, yeah, y'all got me, because I'm like, it was almost like defensive almost, because I'm like, what are y'all doing here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you was really shocked. You was shocked.
I literally was in shock. Yeah. Yeah. So
That's super dope. That's super dope, man. I'm happy that transpired for you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Since we rolling the deep, we just went straight to how was everything with you, Cherie? How was your event, man?
Oh man, it was so dope. Shout out to Malachi and Danny. They came through. Okay.
yeah.
It was amazing. Good energy. Again, building community. So it was a lot of people that didn't come to the first event that was able to make it to the second event. So that was dope to see new faces and returning people. And it was really nice. It started off a little slow. So I was like, I don't know, but I was like, fuck it, we gonna have a good time regardless. And people rolled in and out. It rained. So I didn't know if it was gonna be a slow night or if people were really gonna come out, and it was dope. The food was delicious, tickled your soul, tickled everybody's soul in there that night.
Yeah. They
Again,
food
shout out to
slap.
them because they be doing their thing.
They food slap.
Yeah, man, it turned out really good. And then remember the last time we got together for the last episode, I was on my way to laughing and lingering, or lingerie, as regular people say. But
Was that at Punchline?
yeah, punchline,
How
yeah.
was it?
I saw the pictures of that joint. I was like, ooh,
Listen, let me tell y'all something. Shout out to
ooh,
all the ladies on Laughing and Lingerie. Okay, kudos to all of the ladies. They were all hilarious. They were all so funny. I'm talking about hilarious, beautiful ladies. Okay, the lingerie was dope. Okay. And on top of that, it was just good energy in there. They had a band that played, that opened up for them. Shout out to Just Niche, because she was the main person that I actually got, interested in the show about. But then once I got there and listened to all the ladies tell their jokes, and it was beautiful. It's kind of a smaller, more intimate type of place. So it was dope. It was nice. I took pictures with the ladies and stuff. So it was nice. Shout out to that. And yeah, it was, my baby been sick all week though. So I was glad I had a good weekend to, get me prepared for the craziness during the week. You feel me? Exactly. It's a roller coaster, y'all. It's a roller coaster. So you know how parenting go. But what about you, Tone?
man, my week.
You sound
I've
like
been
Mary J.
busy.
Blige.
I've been busy this week. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had a table reading that I had to
Okay.
do at the Wednesday, and I got a lot of good reviews from the table reading in this webcast I'm in. So we filming that pretty soon,
That's
and
fire.
they said I got linked up with some people who saying they might be linking me to some voiceover work. So I'm
Hey.
excited about that. This weekend is Dinner Detectives. I'm going back at it. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see all my good peoples back in the house doing what we do. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to get that popping. And I just been excited about this week, man. Everything that's coming up. Uh, for I'm going to take my lady to go see. Was it Sue Lee or Lucy, or I don't know. All I know is it comes every year. It's like
Yeah.
Japanese John.
Yeah. The Sun Young, something like that.
Sun
Yeah.
Young, yeah.
I think I
So,
seen the advertisement for it. Is it
yep,
like a
it's
dancing
been
type of?
all over my algorithm, and I still haven't gotten the pronunciation down yet. You know what I mean?
Every year I see the billboard for
Mm-hmm.
forever. They always had
Yeah.
that
So
billboard up there forever.
And
I
they
never
be
been interested.
traveling.
I've
Yeah.
never been interested in going. She wanted to go for years, but it come and it goes and it comes and it goes. But
Yeah.
this year, I said, you know what? It's time to give DJ Touch what she been looking for. So shout out to DJ Touch. She in the building.
Shout out to Tone.
Ba, 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 ba.
DJ
Yeah,
Touch in
OG.
the building. Shout out to DJ Touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what we
Congratulations, man.
doing this weekend. It's a busy week. I took off that weekend job so I can enjoy a little bit of her this weekend, man. You know what I mean? And
What time? What day you going?
I'm going Sunday. I'm
Nice.
catching the last show. I think the last show is 2 p.m. on a Sunday. So that's what I'm doing. You know what I
Nice,
mean?
man.
So, we deep in it, man. We at the 14th mark, man. So you know what we do when we do, man. We go straight into a motivational minute.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got time for it, but I'm gonna give it to you though.
Let's get it. You already know what's up. What up, though? Today's motivational minute is about the family, okay? It's very important to keep your family close to you, to keep those around you in a means that y'all all can grow together. And that happens through accountability and love. Those are the two things. Now, you may not always want to accept your family. Your family may annoy you. They may get on your nerves. They may do some things that upset you. But when you have love and accountability, you can get through and grow through everything. Your family is the people that you don't have the option. They are the people that you were born with, born around. Yes, they may make mistakes. You're not perfect either. Love and accept them and grow with them. And look to your family first. A lot of times we look outside, but look within first with your family, man. Keep the family together. This motivational minute. Bow.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Message.
I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been many a times where I've been like trying to be at the forefront of my little family and
Yeah.
bringing my sisters and my mom together, and it's like only four of us, and
Hmm.
we just can't get it right, man. No
Yeah.
matter what it is, and and I had this dialogue all the time with my sisters, like, Mom Dukes ain't gonna always be here. So what happens when the person that we individually talk to is gone? That
Mhm.
means that we ain't gonna be talking to each other. And
Mhm.
Yeah,
so it's a
that
work in
glue.
progress, man. It's a
Yeah.
work in progress because my personality ain't the same as their personality. And the things
Mhm.
that they value, they may value differently. So,
Mhm.
you know, I just been trying to stay prayed up
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
motivated to keep pushing. So eventually one day things will work in his favor, you
Yeah.
know.
I think
That's
really
what
that's
it's
all you
about.
can do.
Hmm.
I think Malachi made a good point. He said that family is not something that you really choose. As the core, meaning of what we know family to be, obviously it's the people that you're related to through blood. That's technically what we think of as family as the traditional word sense of the word. However, I think you can choose your family. Just like Malachi, I
Yeah.
think of you as my brother. I think that based on your relationships with people and certain people, when they show you who they are, I think I'm a lot more closer than to a lot of people that I would consider family than people that I am related to by blood, you know. And I think that that's important. So back to what you were saying in the motivational minute, to kind of piggyback off of that, I think it's important, like you said, to still, again, whether it's your blood family or family that you're connected to through your tribe, or your vibe in your tribe, then to really, hone close and keep close to them, and really value them, and try to, pour into your time and your energy into building that family, even if it's not blood relatives.
Absolutely. That is important. That's good. You meet these people along the way through these different situations, circumstances, troops you're in, films you go to, the industry,
Hmm.
whatever it is, and you should embrace those people as well, and invite them into your family, invite them to your family barbecues, because now they connected with you, and that's
Yeah,
a
build
beautiful thing.
community.
You said again.
Build community through integration. You integrate people that you feel are of value. I would never
Hmm.
bring anybody around my family, my blood family that I value. I wouldn't bring them around people that are friends that I would
Hmm.
consider family.
Hmm.
Based off of my relationships, and
Hmm.
vice versa. I wouldn't bring my crazy family around. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? People that I value, that I built that trust and that relationship with. So I think, again, it's just a matter of relationships and how you see certain people with your interactions and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Because I have a lot of family that I don't really mess with, and I got a big family.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
Yeah, now most of my family is from down south,
Hmm.
and when I say as an adult, I started realizing like I don't even fuck with them like that. Not even on the
Hmm.
strength of the fact that the distance is there, but I'm
Hmm.
looking at personality traits. I'm like, I'm not built like
hmm
that. I'm not a beta man. I'm
Hmm.
all alpha. You know what I mean? And I
hmm
can't be around somebody who's not alpha. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And that's just me personally. But you realize within yourself, like this is going to cause me issues if I
Yeah.
be around people who
Hmm.
I do not gel with the most.
Hmm.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And sometimes those people you don't gel with, you got to learn how to figure out what's the commodity. You know what I mean? The commonality out of it. And
hmm
those are the things that with my immediate sisters, I struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
What's the common ground between us?
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, there's certain attributes that I dislike. Period. I hate liars. I hate thieves. I hate con artists. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then I'm not pointing fingers at anybody like that, but you start to say, this is not my circle. Like, I should not
Yeah.
be thinking. You know what I mean? So I've learned to adapt to have a distance between us. And the problem that I have the most is my mom ain't gonna always be here, so I need to figure out what it is. And I'm resolved to the fact that it may not work ever. I just
And you know what? I was gonna say that I don't want to say that in your case because obviously I can't even speak. I don't know, you know, what's going on with your case. But in some cases where it's just too volatile or they can't come to a common ground, you gotta protect your peace at all costs. You know what I'm saying? It's not your peace is so important. You're here for a purpose. If you're getting, you know, sidetracked or it's people that's pulling you into their mess, you know what I'm saying? And there's some, you know, they're off. They're shifted their focus and they, you know, doing BS and you know that doesn't feed your purpose or bring value to your life. Yeah, you gotta. I love you, but I gotta love you from over here, player.
Absolutely.
Peace.
Yeah, and to that point, you know, my point with the motivational minute is about accountability, and if that can't be had,
Mm-hmm.
if that isn't had both ways, it definitely makes it difficult, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it has to be a point that y'all communicate. Hey, this is why you're annoying me, cousin or brother or whatever it is. Like, you know, it's got to be communication both ways because a lot of times we can be offended, but never tell the person why we are offended. You know what I'm
But
saying?
see, that's the thing. People they lack emotional comprehension. Like they
Mm-hmm.
don't understand how to even like they're having these feelings, but they are ignorant to what they're called or what they're feeling. You know what I'm saying? They lack that emotional intelligence. So until people can have or recognize that they're missing that and they actually take the effort to try to learn about I'm feeling this right now, this I'll do something that makes me happy that's going to counter that feeling, you know what I'm saying, then it's not going to change. People don't accountability and communication are two huge words. Those are huge.
That's absolutely true, because the way you see things, you can see it as common knowledge. It's like why you should not do that, but people don't see it. Like common sense is literally not common sense in
It's
today's
not.
age, man. We on the
It's,
22nd mark, man, and what I mean. I put the ticker at the bottom. Cherie is the certified peace protector, and we thank you for that. You know what I mean?
Just doing my duty.
Kumbaya, my sister, kumbaya. What I want to point out is this is 150th episode, man, and
Hey.
this episode we titled it Offspring, man. So today we about to get into the meat and potatoes of the show. You know what I'm saying? Let me take that down. We about to get into the meat and potatoes of the show, man. And today we talking about what we talking about, Cherie?
We
What
talking about them
we
babies. We
talking
talking
about?
about them babies. When is the proper time? Is there a proper time to have children?
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a question because a lot of times you feel like it should be like we talking about common sense. Sometimes we think, oh, get married, have children, but a lot of people don't think that way. So a lot
Yeah.
of people do, but a lot of people don't. Some people are focused on getting married, but they want to have children. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Some people are okay with having children by people they aren't married to or aren't in a significant relationship with. Some people are in significant relationships, don't want to ever have children. So you know what I'm saying? So it's a big broad, a big spectrum. And is there a set time? Is there a right way? Is there a set way to do things? That's kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Um,
like even when you think of like relationships,
hmm
when it comes down to deciding,
yeah.
and is it because your man, obviously, y'all carrying the baby in your sack, but without us, you can't have the baby physically. So our body goes through all these changes. Our body goes through, you know what I'm saying, hormones and weight gain and
hmm
irritability and
hmm
cravings and just all
hmm
sorts of wacky things that we have
hmm
to experience being pregnant. So honestly, do y'all have a say in when we having these babies? I mean, I know y'all do, obviously, to a certain extent, but I don't know. We gotta have a conversation about that because that's deep. when you're talking about men and women and being in control, because as a woman, obviously I stand with the woman having the final say because it's my body, obviously. But y'all opinion matter. It matter.
Well, see, you know what, and that goes to another show that I want to spring out. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say my thought for that for another show. But what I want to talk about is how, you know, who pushes these agendas. You know, like if you're in a relationship, say like you're in a long-term relationship, and then your friends see you and your girl, y'all chilling, boom, boom, boom. And then they say, well, when y'all get married, and say like y'all getting married, when y'all having babies, you know what I'm saying? And that you know, that could be something that could be far-fetched from your mind. But I feel like it's always an agenda from everybody on the outside of the relationship that influences certain things.
To a certain extent. But again, I think it's who your circle is. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got people around you that are married couples and everybody around you is having kids and stuff, then that's gonna they gonna kind of try to push their beliefs or their, you know, what they have already going on you. Dang, when you gonna have some kids? You know what I'm saying? When you gonna get married? And but it's like everybody has their own path. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's like you can have these outside influences, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you.
Hey, Cherie, do women get more influenced by that? Do you think women get more influenced by that if they have girlfriends that's having babies and say like you're the only couple without kids and you're around your girlfriends and they're like, girl, when you gonna have a couple of your own and BD boo bop and all that shit? Like, do y'all get more influence than men do? Because I don't know no man that was like, yeah, man, I couldn't wait till she pop out 5 or 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? In this day and time, maybe back in the day, but I don't know no brothers, no niggas, no nothing that's talking like that today. You know what I mean? It's always
it's some men that want to have kids. It's some men that be like, oh, we about to have a baby. But this is the thing though, when it comes to what you asked me specifically, women, I want to say we are to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Again, I think it's those influences that you have around you. But I think that also it depends on what you want to do with your life, because back in the day, the way that, you know, again, it was more of a traditional way of thinking. Like Malachi said, it's, you know, that nuclear type of way of thinking, that traditional, get married, have kids. You know, it was supposed to be, that's what everybody's dream was, right? No, but now we have evolved as people a little bit more, and we understand that it's about purpose and not just a relationship and love, and that's one aspect of life. So when you get a little bit deeper and you get I think the older that you get, you understand it's a lot more than just what other people, because you might be like, oh girl, that's cute, have a kid, and then I'm the one that got to deal with the kid though once I have the kid. So I think as you get older, you have these life experiences, and you may have friends around you that have had kids, you know, and you see that, so you like, oh, I ain't having no kids, you know what I'm saying? Or you might see them with their kids and be like, oh, I can't wait to have a kid. But again, I think it's what's in you personally. I think when you're younger, hell yeah, these little young girls, I see that little happy family because they're looking at the Instagram pictures and you know, family goals, and I can't wait to have a little girl so I can do her hair like mine. Girl, when you're done doing that girl hair about 300 million and got big gazillion times, you gonna be like, you know what, this girl cute, but this a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when you get to a certain age, it ain't just let me look at what, you know, the cute part of it is. It's like, okay, even with marriage, it's work. You know what I'm saying? It's not, oh, we got matching gym shoes and heels. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like just the Instagram posts that we see and stuff like that. It's a lot deeper. And I think that comes with age and experience where you understand that. And some women, they never get to that maturity. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have some older women that's having babies. But it also comes down to, and I'm sorry, y'all, because it's a lot about that. But what it boils down to too is a time clock. Men, y'all don't have no time clock for having kids. We do. So if I see my girlfriend and I know that she wants, like maybe we've had a conversation, I know she wants to have kids. She's getting older. She's getting to that threshold. Like I'm gonna be like, hey girl, look, if you want to have kids, you know you don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it, you have a kid on your own. If I feel like they're in a position, but anybody that's telling they friend to have a baby and you know they ain't no financial position or in their right mind, then you are not doing your job as a friend. You suck.
I'm glad you brought that up because in my previous marriage, that was something that I went through. I was there, but I was along for the ride. And what I mean by that is she had an agenda. And the agenda was, she wanted to do this at this age. She wanted to do this at this age. She wanted to have at least 2 kids by this age and this. So long story short, it didn't necessarily work out that way. But I realized when, I, I I realized after our first encounter and it didn't work. I realized that I'm just a part of a fucking agenda, and I felt violated, and I felt wrong, and I felt vile, and I felt bad because I'm saying we should wait until X, Y, and Z, and she was like, no, um, we need to do this and this, that, and that third. And so then, long story short, I end up having my kids, but I'm like, I know and I identify with some women that they have their own plan for life. You know what I mean? And sometimes it don't even involve the party that she with. You know what I mean?
But
It
that's
could be like,
okay too. But that's what people got to
that shit
understand.
ain't
It's okay to
okay.
have a plan. You just got to be flexible. You
That
got to be
shit ain't
flexible,
okay.
and as the partner of the person with the plan, you have to understand that this person has a plan in place, and you have to say, am I okay with going with this, knowing that they're obsessed about this plan that they probably had since they were like 8 years old? Or am I going to recognize that this is an issue for me and say, you know what? Yeah, this ain't gonna work. You feel what I'm saying? But I think a lot of times we love people so much too that we be like, well, you can go with the plan.
Yeah,
Sure,
and,
I
and,
can
and
go with
I
it.
agree. That's what happened with me. But in retrospect, I don't think that I would even have kids today if I didn't love her that much to go along with the plan. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And it's no shade at my own kids. It's just that where I was at that time, I felt like I was doing this to benefit the relationship. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? To benefit what the plan is and what the plan was set out to be. When it wasn't even a plan that involved me, really. I mean, it involves me, but you know, it was a bigger agenda other than just her and I, and that's how I felt. That's the way I always felt. You know what I mean? But, I'm saying that to say this. When it comes to men and women and it includes babies, are babies having babies right now, is that the shit to do? Or people who out there just having babies, they on some other shit.
Nah. So this is what people don't really understand is that as great as sex is, it was created for a particular purpose. You know what I'm saying? And that feeling that you feel that feels so good and you don't want to pull out is gonna create a life. You feel me? Like that's the bottom
Amen.
line. That's the bottom line. That's what it boils down to. Like, oh man, is it you about to make a soul, nigga? Like,
Amen.
you feel me? So that's what people really have to understand is the responsibility that intercourse comes with. If you're gonna be doing it casually for not for the purposes of having a child, you got to really make sure you're protecting yourself in a multiple different ways. If that's the route you're gonna take, that's why guys say, hey, look, don't do this until you married with somebody because that's the person you're gonna want to have a child with. That's the person that you gonna help raise this little dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
but you
we
got people that think this playing house shit is cute. Like yeah, it might look fun, but guess what? Even if it's people that's been married for 20, 30, 40 years, best believe they had their ups and downs and they, worked for to get there.
they
What
work
you
through it.
what you mean about playing house shit?
You know that playing house shit. Oh, we about to live together, but I'ma do my own thing still. I want you to cook for me and do all of this stuff, but I don't want to marry you. Probably don't have no intentions on marrying you, but I'm having fun and I like that when I come home, I can get a cooked meal. I like that it's somebody I can lay with when I'm ready to. I like that, you know what I'm saying? I can manipulate this situation because you have feelings for me to the point where I can still do what I want to do as long as I'm not disrespecting respecting you in your face. What she don't know ain't gonna hurt her type of situation. Shit. You get what I'm saying? There's no understanding there.
That don't necessarily just work for the man. Women do that shit too nowadays.
Oh yeah, 100%. I didn't say it was
It goes
gender.
both ways.
It works 50-50. You know what I mean?
I didn't say it was gender bias.
No, yeah. Man, women do it too, and women
do it smoother.
They be like, I ain't got nowhere to go. I gotta move out. And then all the while they got some booty shorts on, crying on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, girl.
When you walk out of the house, they calling Cuddy.
You know what I'm saying? She called talking about, I need the money some other time. You know what I'm saying? Got Nate on speed dial. You know what I'm saying? Come over.
You got Earl coming over on Sundays while you at work doing a double.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can always come back home, bitch.
But you know what's so crazy? This is what I don't understand. There's a lot of relationships that are happening that don't need to happen that way. It's a lot of people that if you were to tell them what you liked or what your freak was or whatever you like, you know what I'm saying, want to do in the bedroom, it's a lot of people that will go for it. You got people out here for you. You got to just tell people and not be ashamed. People be so ashamed.
I don't think that's accurate. I think people love to say that. But
no, that's very true.
I don't think that people are 100% 100 because
no, they're not. They're not, and that's what I'm saying. If people were being more open and honest with telling their partner, instead they could be like, "Hey, I really want to have sex with a lot of people. I want to, whatever I want to do, or I just want to have an open relationship, whatever." If you said that to somebody, if they really was like fucking with you like that, they might take a chance and be like, let me see what this is like. Even if they don't want to do that, they probably might take a chance and share you. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that that's something that you want and they want you to be happy, because that is what relationships do. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be able to communicate what you want and tell a person. That's the problem. That is the main thing, is communication. If people would really tell people how they feel about stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or I know women that will mess with men. You know what I'm saying? Bisexual men.
Oh yes.
They would do that if they told them, but don't do it on the down low, because now I feel disrespected.
In my adult life, I have never ran across any woman that I've associated with that has not been territorial with their mate. And I mean that in the sense of they're not fucking with you and you're fucking with her and fucking with her. The first thing they say is, you put me in a position that make me look stupid. You know what I mean? And one of the reasons why they say that is, number one, you don't flat out tell them. But a lot of men don't tell because they don't want to fucking fuck up what they got going on.
But that's not the situation though. It's communication beforehand. It's communication up front to find the particular people that rocking with the plan you got rocking.
Exactly.
Yeah, but, what I'm saying is, on the average, I've never met anyone that will even rock with that situation.
Yeah.
But there are though. That's what I'm telling you. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Polygamy is running rapid right now.
Poly, you said?
Polygamy, yes.
Yeah. Polygamy, poly relationships, these three, you see them on the ground.
I see it on the ground.
That's what poly is short for, polygamy.
It's
having multiple, relationships.
I ain't gonna lie, it look real sexy on the gram.
It look real sexy.
I know for me, man, I'm praying for more strength to handle the one I have. So I don't want another one.
I'm gonna be honest with you. All that shit is movie theater shit to me, because like you said, handling one is like handling five
already.
So I have to be at the tip peak game. You know what I mean? I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I stay in my right mind so I can be on my toes with mine. You know what I mean?
With mine.
On your tippy toes.
Yeah.
All 10 and an extra one. You better
stay on your tippy toes.
Yeah, but going back to it's, to me, it's all about preference and it's about compromise. If you come in with a certain plan for your life, that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
So you meet somebody and when the dating stage happens, that's when you communicate these things. Hey, this is where my life is headed. And it's up to the woman, more than likely the woman than the man, to say, hey, okay, I can maneuver in that plan. Or, ooh, what about this and that? And he say, okay, well, we could take this part, we could take that part. And then now y'all got a plan together. But it's just about how much it can it compromise. And if there's are certain things are non-negotiables, and that's okay.
Yeah,
And so
and I
you
don't think it's necessarily about age appropriateness,
no.
because there's some people I feel like when they have babies at a younger age, they're able to have that energy to run around with the child. They may
Mhm.
have okay patience. They may be okay being a parent and ready to just jump right in, and they're, a natural. But then
Mhm.
you have some parents that have kids in older age and their patience is shorter
Mhm.
and they don't really want to deal with it. And then you have vice versa. You have
Mhm.
older people that gain more patience and they're better, and then you have younger people that don't have any patience. So again, I think it's just a matter of who a person is, and
Yeah.
again, what your preference is, and knowing, that's the important part, knowing who you are
Mhm.
and knowing what you can handle, when you can handle it, and then going accordingly, because there's no right or wrong time to have a baby or kid. You know what I'm saying?
No,
There really isn't.
it's
I
not.
think it's an appropriate time. I think in your mid-20s you should be having kids, or late 20s going on 30. I think, and I'm gonna be honest. You know, it's some situations I've been a part of in my life, that made me go, this ain't right. Like, family members having babies at 13, 14 years old. It's not a good look. And then turn
Oh
around
yeah, no, for
having
sure.
babies at 16 years old. You got your life to fulfill. You got things you need to do. You know what I'm
You a
saying? Or
child.
you only having kids and you on your fifth one, going on your sixth one, and you got things that you're not taking care of with those other kids, and you don't even got a substantial job, and you collecting
See,
money
what's
from
so crazy is back in the day, that was the actual age they were having kids and getting married and stuff. That's the scary part. So now when it's taboo to us now, because it's like, no, we understand a child's mind's not developed into what it entails to have a child. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you, Tone, to a certain extent. But again, I don't think just any 20-year-old, because I know some really irresponsible 20-year-olds. I think it depends on who the person is. And sometimes a person can have a kid and it'll cause them to sit their ass down. And the other times people have kids and then their kids are fucked. It's like we about to sit here and both stick our head between our legs and kiss our ass goodbye, because at this point it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Are you bringing in money? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at you like another person to bring in income. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of situations that are really sad when you really, when you break it down. It can't necessarily be black and white, like, oh, in your 20s you can have. I think that's perfect. No, I don't think that's fair. I think
Yeah.
it really does. It
It's
matters on the maturity of the person.
absolutely maturity, situation. It's all individual. It's an individual thing. My
Hmm.
ain't no maturity at no 14, 15.
Oh
no,
no, that's why I
absolutely
agree with
not.
that. That's why I said that's what
Yeah,
the part I do agree with. But I don't
yeah,
agree with you saying like in your 20s. I think that's the best time to have
Yeah, I
kids.
said
Like,
late 20s, 30s. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but
Yeah.
I think it's some people that honestly, if and women, if we didn't have such an issue with having kids like in our 40s and stuff like that, I think that would be an ideal age too, because you have gained so much more patience and stuff like that. So, and you
maturity.
really would appreciate, you understand that you're molding a life. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
Yeah.
you might have, if you did things, in a more traditional way, maybe you went to school and got yourself established before you ended up having these children, and
that's
maybe you would took the time and found the love of your life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of things end up happening as you get older and you get more seasoned, that time is just not fair with.
yeah.
It's just not fair.
You,
All the all that
Because
shit. You
y'all
got
men
it.
can have kids. Y'all don't stop. As long as y'all
Yeah,
little buddies are swimming, y'all can have a 20-year-old woman, pop a kid out for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right.
but
Just
you
keep
know what?
swimming. Just keep swimming.
I was gonna say, at the end of the day, man, it boils down to, you I, I beat myself up about this a lot. When it comes to men and women, we have two different levels of maturity when it comes to babies anyway. There's a growth period that women have that we are later with. You know what I mean? So with that level of maturity, women be already on another page. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and this is segue into another show. You know what I
I'm about
mean?
to say majority of women, but I know some men that are stepping up and have their kids more than the mama do. So yeah, that's a whole nother, like you said, we go get into that though. I'm ready.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So on that note, man, we can really cut this one short because if we go ahead, we're gonna be stepping on some territory we trying to save for another segue.
Yeah.
So I want to say,
Yeah.
man, it's been real great leading into what we're gonna be talking about. So it's been real great. Shout out to both of y'all, man. It's good to see both of y'all. And definitely Malachi, man. I see you going through it, man. You know what I mean? It's good to have you back. It's good to see you, young bull. You know what I mean? You know what it do. Before we
Big
roll,
Toe, you doing big things. Hold on, let's big up you because you doing big things. Okay, you can big up us, but superstar, let's get it.
I'm low man. I'm just doing what I can when I can. Y'all doing it. Y'all got any plugs or shout outs y'all doing?
Yeah, May 8th, I'll be hosting Punchline. May 8th, I'll be hosting Punchline at 8 o'clock. $5 Mondays, $10 entry. I'm the host. Open mic, pull up June 2nd and 3rd, hosting Josh Adams at Detroit House of Comedy. June 10th, I'm in Grand Rapids with it. Link in my bio, man. Get at me.
What's up, Riri?
Hey, my next event is coming up, y'all. Okay. Now, this is for the single people who are looking for somebody or for them couples that just want to get out and have a good time. It's speed dating karaoke, but we doing something special with the karaoke, y'all. So I hope y'all ready to have fun and you come open-minded, ready to build community and have a good time. As always, the vibes will be in the building and Tickle Your Soul will be serving food. So make sure y'all make it out.
Oh, you doing big with Tickle Me Soul, huh?
Oh, they be on point.
Yeah, but this is Big Tone. Y'all know what it is, man. I didn't say what I'm doing this weekend. I got some things coming up. As they come, I will definitely be letting you know. I'm starting this web series with Planet Ant. So just stay tuned. You'll see Big Tone doing some things. And shout out to the boy Malachi, man. We about to get some things popping. You know what I mean? That's in the works. And on that note, man, you know what we do, man.
I just want to say, don't keep it a buck. Keep it a $150. And I'm out.
Y'all know what this is, man. It's $150. You know what I mean? And we was talking about offsprings today. When is the right? What was the appropriate time? And is there an appropriate time? Even if is kids the shit, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we just talking about it. But on that note, man, we up out of here, man. I want to give love and shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Take care of these fucking babies, y'all. Y'all got something to say?
Keep it a $150.
Man, take care of your children.
Oh, rest in peace, Jerry Springer. Take care of yourself and each other.